For centuries, humanity built outward. Then, one day, we decided to build up. From the first steel-framed towers that scraped the clouds to today's shimmering vertical cities, skyscrapers became our way of defying gravity and declaring power. But behind every tall building lies a story of ambition, rivalry, and engineering genius. This is the real rise of the giants, told through time, map by map. The birth of height. Our story begins in Chicago, 1885. The city was still recovering from the Great Fire when something revolutionary appeared on LaSalle Street, the home insurance building. Just 10 stories tall, it changed everything. Architect William LeBaron Jenney used a steel frame instead of heavy stone, allowing walls to be thinner, windows larger, and height unlimited. At just 42 meters, it wasn't the tallest structure in the world, but it was the first true skyscraper. The early race to the sky. As the 20th century dawned, steel skeletons began to pierce skylines across America. In New York, towers like the Flatiron Building, 1902, and Singer Building, 1908, redefined the modern city. For the first time, the map of New York was being reshaped vertically. By 1913, the Woolworth Building soared 241 meters, its Gothic crown earning it the nickname Cathedral of Commerce. These weren't just offices, they were monuments to capitalism itself. The empire strikes up. Then came the defining moment of the skyscraper age, the battle for supremacy in 1930s Manhattan. The Chrysler Building, with its gleaming Art Deco spire, briefly held the title at 319 meters until the Empire State Building rose higher, finishing at 381 meters in 1931. Built in just over a year during the Great Depression, it became a symbol of human determination against all odds. The Empire State wasn't just tall, it was an icon of hope, a pause and a new era. For decades, the Empire State Building reigned supreme. Post-war construction shifted toward practicality, not height. But by the 1970s, a new wave of ambition rose again. The World Trade Center's Twin Towers, completed in 1973, reclaimed New York's skyline at 417 and 415 meters. Only a year later, Chicago struck back with the Sears Tower, now Willis Tower, soaring 442 meters. Using a revolutionary bundled tube design, it was the first to treat a skyscraper like a cluster of smaller towers, stronger, lighter, and taller. The world joins the race. By the 1990s, the competition had gone global. For the first time, America wasn't the only nation building upward. In Kuala Lumpur, the twin Petronas Towers rose to 452 meters in 1998, becoming the world's tallest. Their Islamic-inspired design and stainless steel facades reflected a new truth. Skyscrapers had become cultural symbols as much as feats of engineering. Asia was now leading the skyline race. The age of super talls. The 2000s marked a revolution in height. In Taipei, the Taipei 101 towered at 508 meters, featuring tuned mass dampers to resist typhoon winds and earthquakes. For the first time, viewers could see the global shift, from the west to the east, right on the map. Cities like Dubai, Shanghai, and Shenzhen exploded with new super talls. Technology had turned the dream of reaching the clouds into an everyday architectural reality. The Burj Khalifa, touching the sky. Then came the tower that redefined the word tall. Rising from the desert sands of Dubai, the Burj Khalifa reached an astounding 828 meters, completed in 2010. Designed by Adrian Smith and inspired by the Hymenocallis flower, its sleek, tapering form can be seen from 95 kilometers away. Built to anchor Dubai's rapid rise as a global hub, it became the tallest man-made structure in history. For now, beyond the clouds. But the race never stopped. In Saudi Arabia, construction continues on the Jeddah Tower, planned to exceed 1 kilometer in height. If completed, it will mark the dawn of the megatall era, building so high they must consider the curvature of the Earth. Engineers face new frontiers, materials that can flex under desert winds, elevators traveling over 600 meters, and foundations deep enough to hold a mountain of steel and glass. Mapping the giants. Looking at the globe today, skyscrapers tell a story not just of architecture, but of economics and ambition. New York, Shanghai, Dubai, Kuala Lumpur, Shenzhen, all rise from their country's unique histories. Where once height meant power, today it represents progress. On a world map, we can trace humanity's vertical journey, each dot marking our relentless push upward. The future of height. But how tall is too tall? With sustainable design now leading architecture, the future may shift from higher to smarter. Vertical forests, energy-producing glass, and self-cooling facades are replacing sheer altitude as the new frontier. The next generation of skyscrapers may not compete for the sky, but to live in harmony with it. From Chicago's modest 10 stories to Dubai's 160 floors, the story of skyscrapers is really the story of us, our dreams, our ego, and our need to conquer the impossible. The skyline isn't just a view, it's a history lesson in ambition. If you enjoyed this journey through time and height, hit subscribe and join us as we map humanity's greatest creations from the ground up.